Hi everyone, and welcome back to The Vegan Bachelor. I realized I left this channel dead for about a year, and I did that because I got a little burned out and I was running out of recipes. I'm not a chef at all, so I just decided to take a break, and there was life things going on then, but I want to bring it back because basically I have new recipes I really want to share. So the point of my channel has always been like really easy and cheap with protein. So I'm going to stick to that strategy. I know there's a lot of vegan YouTube channels that make recipes out there, so some of them way better than mine, obviously. But this is basically for the everyday person, for the person who just is starting out with veganism and maybe with cooking too. What literally can I eat? So that's where my recipes come from. So yeah, I'm going to show you one right now. This is one of my favorites since I've stopped making videos. And this is a chili lime and rice marinade, and these are mainly the essential ingredients here, but I'm going to start breaking them down for you. You're going to have to start with this as the first main ingredient. This is cilantro lime rice from Kroger, and this is basically a requirement to get the right flavor, so try to find this exact rice and start there. The next essential ingredient you're going to want to get is this organic 3-grain tempeh from Trader Joe's, but you could also get any other tempeh. It doesn't have to be this tempeh, but you're going to need tempeh for this recipe. Up next, this is another required ingredient to get the right flavor for this recipe, because I have no idea what it would taste like without this. And you're going to have to find this exact one from Private Selection, because a lot of them aren't vegan. But this one is, and it's a Mexican-inspired chili lime marinade, and this is perfect on the tempeh to get the right flavor. So just find this marinade and you'll be all set. And the rest of these are not essential ingredients, but they are good additions. So this is some frozen peppers that I got from Trader Joe's. This is $2 for the whole bag. You get a lot out of it. And a fresh pepper might go bad, whereas this will stay good for a long time. So just try to find some frozen peppers if you like peppers, and you can add them to that as a non-essential ingredient. Up next, an avocado. Who doesn't love that? We're going to use all of that. And finally, some cilantro that's extremely wilted, and I should have used it sooner, but this is more for a fancy factor. This is not required at all. And that's everything. Let's get to it. So first things first, you're going to want to cut your tempeh up to marinate it. So I like to cut it in strips. Okay, these are some strips in the size that I like, and now we're going to throw them into a pan and marinate them. Okay, so you can see my pan here, and this is a non-stick pan, and just grab a non-stick pan that you have, really the bigger the better, and just throw it all in. And if you're new to tempeh, it is a soy-based protein, and it's really good. I like it more than tofu. I actually hardly ever cook tofu. And it's got kind of a meaty texture to an extent, so it's my favorite alternative to chicken, I'd say. So just cover the tempeh in your marinade. One thing that I've found is you could marinate this for hours, but it hardly made any difference when I did that or when I just made it just like this. Just cover it and then cook it. Okay, so that's covered good enough, and now we're going to put it on about 6, and I will throw a lid on it. Just keeps the heat trapped in a little better, makes it go a little faster. Okay, up next we have the rice. We're just going to throw both of these boxes in there. And the box does say a tablespoon of butter for each box. You can totally skip that if you want. If you're going oil-free, just skip it. I'm sure it doesn't make a big difference. So we're just gonna get this well blended, let it boil up, let it simmer until all the water's basically evaporated, and then the rice is done. Okay, the next thing we're gonna wanna do is check on this tempeh. And if you keep the lid on like mine, it stays really liquidy in there. You're going to want to pull the lid off about halfway, start letting that liquid evaporate. So this lid is done. So you can see the tempeh is browning a little bit, so that's looking good. Just kind of flip them upside down to brown the other side of them. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to let that cook up some more and it'll be done. Okay, next you're definitely going to want to stir your rice, and it's a good idea to stir it regularly so it doesn't stick to the pan at all. Once it starts to get boiling really high, it's a good idea to put a lid on it and then turn it down. And you also use less energy that way. Okay, now is a good time to add the peppers. Put the lid back on. Okay guys, the tempeh is done, and you can just tell because both sides for the most part are looking brown. And that's what you want to see. So now we're just waiting for the rice. Okay, so as you can see, the rice here is just about done. I mean, the water's almost all evaporated out. I've stirred it pretty regularly, so there's not much stuck to the pan. Yeah, that's done. That's what it's going to look like. The water will be evaporated, the rice will look moist, so that's it. You can see the peppers have softened up a lot. And what you could do is you could serve the tempeh on the side along with the rice, or you could just add it right to it, and it's up to you. I like to throw it right in there with the rice, so I'm going to do that. So that is ready to go meal right there. I'm going to put it on a plate and add the avocado. Okay guys, I'm finally done. I'm going to enjoy the fruits of my labor now. And that took a lot longer to film, but I'm really glad I got to show you this, and excited to eat it. Wow, that's really good. This is maybe my best recipe that I came up with, I'll just be honest. Thank you for watching the return of the Vegan Bachelor. Please let me know if you make it, and really appreciate you guys watching. Looking forward to bringing you more recipes soon. See ya!